Hello and welcome to my very first video on Dungeons & Dragons Online, a free-to-play MMO. I'm going to be doing a couple of videos on this. This particular video is going to be on the character creation screen, and I of course will do a second video on the actual game itself. A quick disclaimer before I begin. I've not really played many MMOs properly. I've kind of been playing a little bit of Terra online and enjoying it, and I've played a little bit of others, kind of dabbled, but not really played it properly. So these videos are going to be from the perspective of someone who's fairly new to MMOs, especially with the gameplay. I want to know how newbie friendly is it, how user friendly is it, etc, etc. And Crimson should be doing a video from the perspective of someone who has played many MMOs and knows the ropes a bit more. So with that out of the way, let's have a look at the options. As you can see, you have 3 styles to choose from: melee, spell, or specialist. Let's go with spell, just because I like the look of the robes and stuff. That looks pretty cool. And you have several classes here available to you. I imagine the classes available will change. Yep, they do, based on what style you choose. So yes, here we have the options for the melee class: fighter, barbarian, paladin, and a monk, which you have to purchase, but you can preview and see what kind of style that would be. As for the spell, you have sorcerer, cleric, wizard, favoured soul, and of course a druid, which has a lovely wolf friend there, which is pretty awesome. And finally we have the specialist, which has the ranger, rogue, bard, and artificer, I guess. Is that how it is? Whoa, I like the look of that steampunk wolf thing, that's pretty awesome. But for this particular video, I'm just going to be going for it with a spell class, just because, really. Excuse me. So yes, once you have chosen your style and class, you have several paths available to you. Now, what I'm curious about now is, will that change based on what class I chose? Let's say I go with cleric. Yes, it does. Okay, so I will go through all of them. So yes, we have... oh yes, we've done all that. So this is the path for the sorcerer. You have arcane cannon, which is basically mostly destructive magic, but can only do that for a short amount of time. Dynamic hand. This is more varied style play, but as you can see, playing the solo is more challenging. Interesting, I like the sound of this. Control, manipulation, paralysing enemies, but solo ability, as you can see, is experts only, so it's quite difficult to play by yourself. So that's probably more if you're looking to play with other people, which, as it's an MMO, is fair enough. So let's have a look at the ones for a cleric. Here we have healing. So obviously, you know, that kind of goes without saying what that would do. Scourge of the undead. Use a divine power to destroy undead and other evildoers. They concentrate on dealing damage with spells, but hey, so this is basically more of a mix. Rather than just healing, they also have the ability to be offensive, which is always nice. Part armoured warrior and part healing priest. These clerics fight and heal in equal measure. That's very, very good, actually. I like the sound of that class a lot. I might actually make a second character with this, because I have already made a character just to get a feel for how this worked. But if I don't really enjoy it, then I might just have a go at this character, this class here. I really like the sound of that. So yes, wizard. Paths for that. Ingenious sage. That doesn't really tell me what they can do. I'm guessing it just means mostly offensive, and as you can see, a challenging solo ability. Necromancer, obviously they can summon the undead and all that good stuff, and as you may notice, experts only for that one. And elementalist. So yes, I like the sound of this because they can often hit them with the spells that they fear the most. I like the sound of that quite a lot. but as you may notice, it has a challenging solo ability. So this class seems more as a support class, or not really support, but one that's designed mostly to be played with other people. A lot of these have had challenging or even expert level, whereas when I was going through their melee, I didn't really see that. And obviously you have your race and stuff here, but I don't think I finished going through the classes actually. Nope, favoured soul, we have a couple more left to go with this one. Path, oh. For some reason I can't. Huh. Oh, I see. Because I don't actually have access to these. You can preview it on this window, but you cannot actually choose a path because you cannot choose that class. So yes, let's have a quick look at the stuff for the specialists. I don't want this video to go on too long, but I also want you to get a good feel for what options you have to make your character. So let's show with the ranger and what paths are available to that. A deepwood sniper, amplifying destructive power of their arrows, and you can play that by yourself, which it does sound like it's more designed to be something that's a solo class, you know, you're being stealthy and coming up, or maybe you are part of a team but you're working alone or something like that. Tempest, interesting. So this is less about being focused with a bow and arrow, more about fighting with dual weapons, which I actually kind of like the sound of. I generally do like a fast-paced fighting style, so there's quite a few classes and paths here that I like the sound of actually. And Arcane Archer. So it sounds like this is more of a fast-paced thing where they can fire arrows with incredible speed, and they can generally focus on single targets and they rarely miss. So Expert Archer. So yes, I kind of want to know what the difference is between these two. I guess you would have to play to find out. So for the rogue, we have the Dark Blade, which is sneaking, being an assassin kind of thing, and challenging solo ability. Master Mechanic, which is obviously finding secret doors, lockpicking and repairing stuff, as you might imagine, and as you also might imagine is designed around being with other people. That's, you know, to help others out. And a Thief Acrobat. That sounds like a very fast-paced style of fighting where you're dodging around and avoiding enemy attacks. So I imagine that class does not have very much HP, but if you avoid the attacks then you are quite a force to be reckoned with. And, excuse me, the Bard. War Chanter, boosting combat ability and damage output. Spell casting and spell effectiveness. Interesting, they can enthrall multiple enemies at once and paralyze them. That sounds quite interesting as well. And I probably won't be able to look at the bar, or the artificer, sorry, because obviously that is a paid thing. Now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to show you what race and stuff you have. Sorry, I'm just... Right, I'm going to just go with that. Path. Interesting. So I can't really play that by myself, by the sound of it. Well, I'm just going to go with that one because I'm more showing you the options rather than worrying about the actual play style with this one. I'm just going to go with the human. As you can see, quite a few of these are paid. And here we have your customization options. Now at the moment this character looks awful, so let's see if we can change that. There we go, that's a little bit better. And let's just quickly go back to the beginning of the hairstyles and just show you guys what they have available, how many hairstyles, etc. Wait. That definitely reminds me of Jimmy Neutron. There's actually quite a few options for hairstyle here. 25, 26. 35 options for hairstyles. So if you can't find something you like within 35 options, you might be a smidge too picky. Just saying. Let's just pick a random hair colour, like, that's kind of cool. Eyebrows, invisible eyebrows. Only 5 options for eyebrows, but it's hardly surprising. Eyes, ugh, they look weird. Those are they look okay, they look weird. Actually, no, they're kind of cool. It's a bit odd at first compared to these ones, but no, not too bad. Eye colour, as you can see, a wide variety of options here for customization. I'm going to go with, ooh, that one, that looks cool. And as you saw, there is a few options for the nose. Yes, I'm probably going to go with that one because I actually want my character to look fairly decent. Lip options. Ooh. I'm going to go with that one, I think. Facial detail, I'm guessing this is scars and such, yes. So if you want your character to look a bit battle hardened, you can do, and there's also some piercings here which look kind of cool. Skin colour, as you can see, you can have some interesting options, a wide variety of shades and all that good stuff. Now she looks kind of dead. Oh, that looks more normal, there we go. Well, not normal, just, you know, not like she's painted herself with white face paint. And lip colour. Why, again, a ton of options, wide variety of colours, and all that good stuff. I'm going to go with that. So yes, that is pretty much it for the character creation options for Dungeons & Dragons Online. Hope you found this somewhat helpful. As I said, I will be having a look at the game itself, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And yes, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to post a comment if you have any comments or questions or whatever. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. You know, in fact, I would encourage you to give me your constructive criticism and opinions and all that good stuff. Anyway, I'll be rejoining you again soon for more DDO, so yes, thank you very much for watching.